my name is Nguyen, and today I will be discussing the unhealthy portrayal of women in media. So I first wanted to start off with a little exercise. So if everyone could close their eyes and picture what they think the ideal woman looks like. Think about maybe what her skin tone is, or if her hair is straight. Think about those things for a second. Now open your eyes. Did you picture someone who looks more like Kim Kardashian, or did you picture someone who's more skinny, white, and blonde? While the idea of what the ideal woman looks like has changed over the years, what hasn't changed is how the media influences what beauty standards are being held today. I believe that it is unacceptable that so many women suffer from different body image issues as a result of unrealistic beauty standards that are enforced in different medias. Because of this, today I will be persuading you to adopt my 3 solutions for dismantling the unhealthy portrayal of women in media. I distinctly remember in 2013, Tumblr had popularized the thigh gap trend. The thigh gap is the space between the thighs that some women have when they put their feet together like this. I distinctly remember as a 13-year-old who was young and impressionable, I thought that if I didn't have a thigh gap, I would never be considered attractive by anyone. The truth about the thigh gap is that the thigh gap is unattainable unless you have a very specific hip bone structure. And unfortunately, this trend got out of hand because some women actually got eating disorders such as anorexia as a result of trying to reach this near impossible trend. And I believe situations like this are reasons that we need to have discussions about how these beauty standards can be extremely detrimental to women. And I believe to truly tackle this issue, we need to create a new normal across all different forms of media. And the first method should be including different types of body types. And so, in a study conducted in the Department of Nutrition at Monash University in Australia, it was found that young adults were aware that social media can impact what they think of their body image or their food choices. However, many were still affected by these things. For example, in the study, it was found that many women who had exposure to things such as fitness inspiration or unrealistic photos by celebrities, they had more body dissatisfaction than anyone else. And because of things like this, I believe it is really important to include not only body types of all different kinds, but to create images on social media that don't heighten this dissatisfaction in one's body. And a good example of this is the Airy Real campaign. So the Airy Real campaign was started by American Eagle in order for the company to vow that they are not going to do any more retouching or use of supermodels in their campaigns anymore. Instead, they decided to use people of different body types and abilities, as you can see in this picture here. And this campaign was met with overwhelming positivity. A study by Alexandra D. Convertino of San Diego State University actually compared how people felt about this campaign versus Airy's past campaigns, and a lot more people were more satisfied with this campaign instead. And this goes to show that we need to create more advertising like this instead of relying just on Airy Real to do this on their own. The second solution I have is to create more social media transparency. As we know, the roles of influencers and celebrities are changing every single day because of how social media is changing. We know, for example, social media influencers have to be transparent about their paid promotions. Let's say, for example, I'm a celebrity in Greece and I'm promoting this water bottle. If I'm getting paid to promote it, I need to have a hashtag ad at the end of my caption in order for me to be transparent about me getting paid for this. However, celebrities aren't required to be transparent about much else. Let's take, for example, Kylie Jenner. Kylie Jenner used lip liner. Well, she allegedly used lip liner to achieve fuller lips, but later stated that she actually used lip filler. But in the meantime, Kylie created a whole empire called Kylie Cosmetics in order to sell lip liner to different people. And this allowed her to create this standard of beauty that even she could not reach naturally, since lip filler isn't something that's necessarily open for everyone to use. And in order to create more transparency of celebrities, I believe that it would be more beneficial if celebrities decided to be more transparent about if they retouched their photos a lot or if they had body enhancements, so that young girls don't think that they can achieve these body standards that even celebrities aren't able to achieve on their own. This way we can hopefully heighten body satisfaction. And finally, I believe it is important to increase diversity on all fronts. In a study that compared African magazines starting from 2010 to 2015, it was found that even in these magazines, many of the models showed Eurocentric beauty standards. What I mean by European beauty standards is that this means that European beauty standards are basically idolized. So that means many people want to have straight hair, lighter skin, or a smaller nose. And this isn't limited to just Africa. There's skin lightening creams in Asia, and there has been a recent uptick of TikToks where people show how they make their noses look smaller or more button-like, which is a European beauty standard. However, we need to stop doing this in order for people to feel more included and not have so many body image issues. And I believe that a good example of this is what Rihanna has done with her company Fenty Beauty. Fenty Beauty was built on the foundation of inclusion and empowerment. As you can see here, Rihanna included models of almost every single skin tone. And while this is an amazing way to advertise and not tokenize different races, it is important to realize that Rihanna was mostly able to do this because of her prior music career before starting this company. Had Rihanna not been as popular, there may not have been an opportunity for her to create such an amazing company. So it is really important that we open opportunities for entrepreneurs of people of color as well, as including models of different skin tones. So I believe that together we should address the unrealistic beauty standards that can lead to detrimental effects on women. We should aim to portray women in a real way, not in a way that increases dissatisfaction for anyone that doesn't fit the current, hard-to-reach standards. In media, we need to include different body sizes, increase transparency, and feature individuals of all ethnicities. We cannot let it just be up to a handful of companies to have more diverse and inclusive advertising or a few body-positive individuals to try to empower women. While we are making strides towards inclusion, we are still not doing enough. We must enact these changes to empower the women of tomorrow.